Yes, 'tis the season for soups and salads. We have Chef Charles here with us. Of course, we're talking signature soups and salads with Hartwell's Premium and Gourmet Today.
Yes.
What is this I hear about Gourmet Today?
Gourmet Today is my new YouTube cooking channel.
Yay.
It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do it for quite a while. And so I'm putting all kinds of recipes on there and little food tips and videos.
That's so
and
fun.
It really gives people a chance to see how easy it is to actually cook.
Well, you and I were talking last time we were here because obviously a lot of people know you from Hartwell's for the salad dressings, but man, you have a history of being a chef and cooking it up, right?
Yes.
This is something you've done for quite some time.
Yeah, I started when I was 14 cooking, and I've lived in Oregon, Vermont, kind of all over the U.S.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the salad dressing was just kind of a road I didn't expect to take at an early age, but
yeah.
That road came up, and so we did. But yeah, the cooking channel is really just something I've wanted to do for a while, and I really want to demystify cooking for people to show them how easy it is. So today I'm going to do a creamy Yukon Gold potato soup, and then we have a tomato Florentine soup.
Oh, okay, so two separate soups
Two separate soups. I chopped all the vegetables at one time. 10-15 minutes total prep time.
Yeah.
The soups are going to take about 20 minutes to cook, so you're a half hour in and you've got two different soups, right?
And I think soup is something a lot of people love. They all have their favorites, but on a cold, nice winter day, it's just hearty and filling, isn't it?
It really is, and it just makes you feel like home.
Yeah.
Soups are kind of makes you feel like home.
Yeah.
So again, I've got a little mirepoix here. I add a little garlic to each. Here we've got zucchini, squash, pepper, and onion. Now, real quick garlic story. I went to culinary school with a guy who he must have eaten garlic at every meal because he emitted garlic when he walked by.
It just came out of his skin, right?
Yeah, he was a real hit with the ladies. But anyway, here, so I've got the vegetable sauteing. I'm going to go ahead and put the potatoes in as well to saute. Now, these are Yukon Gold. Okay.
Is that the best type of potatoes, do you think, for this kind of soup?
I like it. It gives it a bit of richness. It's a little starchy.
Okay.
Now, I've got some other small potatoes, Yukon Golds as well. So what I did, I cut them two different sizes, right? So what it is as the soup cooks, the smaller ones will break down and thicken it up, and then by the time the bigger cubes are done, then you have a nice, thick, rich, and creamy soup.
The things you learn, that's smart.
Yeah, and over here we got the sauteed vegetables. I'm going to add just a can of chopped tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay, and then a can of crushed tomatoes.
Okay, chopped and crushed.
Chopped and crushed. Okay, so you see a lot of body in the soup here already, right? So this is super easy. And then we're going to add about 3 cups of water.
And I always say soups, too, when they sit in the fridge, they're almost better the next day because it all just really sits and incorporates.
Well, they really are. And then this is kind of what I was hoping to do today, show you how you can get these done ahead of time, put them in the fridge, and then you have them whenever you need. If you have a lunch, dinner, what have you.
Right.
The kids are going to love it. It looks fresh. You can tell that it was made at home,
And there really is something about that. It makes a difference, doesn't it?
So now, once we've got this going, we're going to bring it up to a simmer here. And I'm going to add, I've got a ditalini pasta, which is just a cool little pasta here. It's going to soak up all the liquid and make a nice porridgey kind of creamy tomato soup.
Okay. Now, do you have to, I know this is TV time, but do you have to let that cook for a while until the veggies are soft or anything, or you want it all in at the same time?
I wanted it all in at the same time because now normally you cook pasta separately, but with this particular dish, I want the pasta to cook all together so it kind of soaks it all up. The pasta becomes a little bit creamier. It's not al dente.
Okay.
And so it creates that soup texture that you're looking for.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you can see this is basically, other than seasoning, this is good. Now,
well, that's what I was going to ask you. What type of seasonings do you add into these?
Okay, so at the end I'm going to I have fresh thyme and parsley for the potato, so I'm going to take the stem of the thyme and go ahead and put that in there. And then over here I've got fresh oregano to go in here, so I've got the oregano stem right in there. So you can fish that out before you serve it.
Right, sure.
Or somebody gets a prize in the bowl, either way. So,
I like that. I like that.
So these are basically ready to start cooking. I'm going to add, this is a half gallon of milk. Okay, just whole milk.
I love a good potato soup too.
Yeah, and this is one that's really going to warm you up on those cold days. So this is a half gallon of milk. We're going to let this cook basically just until the potatoes are soft. Like I said, the smaller potato is going to break down, thicken it up. We'll season it up, and they're pretty much ready to go. So
I like that.
It's that easy. The biggest time was really the prep time to chop all the vegetables.
To chop everything.
Yeah.
Do you think that is sort of the misconception sometimes, is because you think, it's too much work to have to do, but when you break it down like this, you realize it's really not.
It's really not. And if you look at it, like I needed onions a couple
Yeah.
times, I needed carrots, I needed this. So I just kind of made a plot in my head where I was
Right.
like, okay, I'm going to cut onions for both dishes.
Right.
I'm
Kind
going
of
to
at
cut
the
the
same
potatoes.
time.
Yeah, so you're just doing
I
it
like
all
that.
once. You're using your
Double
knife one
duty.
time. That's right.
Chef, you're sticking around. Coming up, we're going to do some salads as well to go along with the soups.
That's right.